Third, and most importantly, we do know that programs that directly pay individuals will not be affected by the freeze. This includes programs like Social Security, SNAP, food stamps, Medicare, and Medicaid. It sounds like the biggest impacts will be to foreign aid and to non-governmental organizations.
This has never happened. It is incredibly dangerous. It has caused immediate panic. There will be immediate pain. How much are we talking? Tens of billions of dollars, if not hundreds of billions of dollars. Our office has received a ton of calls. I have received a ton of calls. I've received a ton of texts. People are freaking out. And they are freaking out because this is going to impact them and the people they serve, people that you know, maybe even you, very significantly.
We were looking at a graphic earlier that showed Head Start, breakfast and lunch programs for needy children. Say it ain't so.
Well, it is so, and thank you so much for inviting me to be on, Jim. I think this is really outrageous, and this administration is really hurting hardworking Americans. The actions are causing chaos. I can't tell you how many calls I've had, from mayors, from colleagues, et cetera, of what is going on. And when you ask the agency what funding is safe, their response is, we don't know. And if they don't know, then nothing is safe, and nothing is safe.
We'll have a vote on a budget resolution next week, which unlocks the process, and then it'll move forward from there. But our job is to make sure that every one of our members has ownership of this process. It works a lot better when you get to the end of the process if they've all been involved. And then, of course, the president, he's the big X factor. He's not only a unifier for this country, but he's a huge unifying force for our small majority.
If they don't make their product in America, then very simply they should have to pay a tariff, which will bring in trillions of dollars into our treasury from countries that never paid us 10 cents. It's time for the United States to return to the system that made us richer and more powerful than ever before. Instead of taxing our citizens to enrich foreign nations, we should be tariffing and taxing foreign nations to enrich our citizens. Does that make sense, right?
Well, what I heard from President Trump last night, what I agree with, is that the days of American decline are over, and if we take this opportunity, this once-in-a-generation opportunity, we can usher in a new golden age for the country. And the key message from President Trump to House Republicans last night was, if we stick together, we can save the country. We can make America great again, make us more prosperous and competitive.
Went to law school, went to undergrad. My parents taught me two things. They said you need to get the highest education you can, give more than you have, and make sure that you see everyone, and make sure that they have a voice. And it was those things and the love of the community here that shaped me, that allowed me to get here. So this time, this election, I said that this is not just for me, but for every first-generation American who's here today.
Well, we're confident that the American people are on our side. We're confident that President Trump got a mandate, that the American people don't want their tax dollars to go to fund these illegals, that these illegals aren't supposed to be entitled to a safe haven in the United States. We don't want to reward bad behavior, people that broke the law to get here. So we're going to bring the mayors in. We're going to let them explain what their policies are, see if they can answer some questions as to who's paying for this and how many of these people got here, who's been in charge of this.
Listen, if the last week has been any indication, we've seen more winning in 7 days than we saw in Biden's 4 years. And you can probably tell I'm squinting a little bit. And, I'd like to say that the future's so bright that I got to wear shades, but that wouldn't work for TV. but it is bright out here, and not just because of the Florida sunshine, it's because of what we have in terms of potential ahead of us. We have got to be one team, one mission. The president was so right. We have to be united as we march forward on these big ticket items like reconciliation. And for all the viewers at home, you're going to hear that a lot, reconciliation. That is just a really fancy way of saying we are going to put a package together that drains the swamp. It's the energy, it's the border package, it's the regulatory reform. It's taking on these big ticket items with a special procedure that allows us to get it done, because Lisa McClain's right. We have to have a no excuses attitude. We need to deliver results, and we've got a lot of work to do in a very short amount of time.
I got polio in September after he had the vaccine in his hands in March, but didn't have the protocol to give it to me. I cannot stand by, nor should Mitch McConnell, and allow this nomination to go through that threatens polio to children and people all over the world. We need the top doc, the top scientist at the HHS, somebody who believes in science, if not a scientist, and Bobby's not that guy. We should not have somebody who has said that polio has some agents in it, the vaccine, that cause more harm than polio relieves. That's what he said. It's on tape. You can see it anywhere you want to look. We need to have the vaccines and the treatments that have been come about through the CDC and the NIH and that the HHS has to approve available for children and people all over the world, because these are panaceas.
So thank you times 1,000. I cannot thank this school enough for laying the foundation for my life, for my 19 years so far. My ability to excel academically, my ability to excel when I was playing sports, my ability to excel in college, all of it is from the foundation that I've had by coming to SBC.